Welcome to Brevard Public Schools ProGOE training. My name is Lynette Thorstensen, and I am the PD specialist for Brevard Public Schools. So if you should have any questions after watching the video, please feel free to email or call. My phone extension is 11175, or you can reach me through the Microsoft Outlook by typing in last name Thorstensen, THORSTENSEN .Lynette, LYNNETTE at brevardschools.org. If you're already on the Microsoft Outlook, then just type in Thor and you should see my name appear. Please feel free to reach out at any time if you have any questions about usage. So I'm going to take you through the process of how you would access the app on your Launchpad, and then what kind of functions and features ProGOE actually has to offer you as a teacher, as an instructional, or even support. So if you click, go to the BPS homepage, and you're going to click on the Launchpad, and the Launchpad is right here. And Launchpad is where we go to access all of our apps for the different types of applications we use in the district. You will see all different kinds of apps that are preloaded for you, and then you can also load additional apps or even request for apps to be created. The app we're going to be using today is the ProGOE app, but I also want to make mention that you also have the BPS Canvas app. So should you have any issue entering one of your Canvas courses via ProGOE, then you can always come back out to your Launchpad and go in through the BPS Canvas. Canvas is our learning management system for our adult learners in the district. So any of our professional developments that are offered through Canvas, this is one of the ways that you can access the program. But we're going to start over here with ProGOE. So as you see, I'm hovering right here over the ProGOE app. I'm going to click that, and it's going to bring me directly into the system, because as long as you are logged in with your Microsoft credentials, you should be able to access any of these programs. Once you open your ProGOE, you're going to see a lot of tabs at the top. This is your home screen. Then you have your courses tab, rubrics, evaluation participation, transcript, resources. I probably have some tabs here that you will not see because of my user status, but these are your main tabs that you'll be using. We're going to begin with our courses tab. Usually one of the very first things that people who are new to the district will have to do is register for different in-services that we offer here in BPS. And so it's important for you to know how to access course registrations and how to complete that. The very first thing you're going to do is search for the course. You do have to have a course or a section number, and sometimes you don't have that, so I'm going to teach you another way that you can search for courses if you don't have that information. But most of the time you'll receive a course or section number either from your school when you have to register for something that you're doing school-based, or even district trainings where a district trainer might be reaching out directly to a group of folks. They'll provide you with a course and section number. Or we have something in our district called the Leadership Team Packet, and each week the principals and assistant principals review the memos that are in the Leadership Team Packet, and any pertinent information for teachers or support staff they would send to you via email. And many times those documents in the LTP will contain courses or section numbers for you to use to register for classes. So I'm going to just pretend that we know a course number for this particular search, and I'm going to type in a course number, and I'm going to click search. Now before I click search, just to let you know, course numbers are always 5 digits. Section numbers are always 6. And this is important to know because if you ever try to use the advanced search feature, you do have to make sure if it's a section, it gets put into the section category. If it's a course, it gets put into course. But for this purpose, it's going to accept the course or the section. So I'm put in a course number, and now I'm going to click search. When I click search, the course comes up. So it's going to give me a description of the course right here. It's going to tell me down here the section details. So what that means is I might have this course all year long, but I'm going to have different sections of this course each term. So this happens to be the one that's starting in the fall. It gives me the section number, the section title, the person who's instructing the course, the date the course begins. Anytime you see a 12 a.m. start time, that's an online course. And usually we'll put the online piece into the section title so that you know that it's an online course and you're not going to be meeting face-to-face. You can see over here on the right, it tells me there are 2 seats left of the 30 possible seats. Many times when we have courses, this happens to be a ESOL endorsement course, we usually will accept a wait list. So what that means is we'll evaluate at some point to see if we can add additional participants to the course. Possibly we'll open a second course section if we have enough participants. Or if we have to close a course for any reason, if people withdraw and we have a wait list, it's going to automatically move those participants into the wait list. In this course, I have not registered for this course yet. So this register button is right over here to the right. So if I wanted to register myself for this course, I would simply click register. So I'm going to click that now. And it's going to take just a moment. It's going to show me the details of the course. And then I'm going to click next. And it tells me, congratulations, I'm successfully registered for the course. So if I go back to my course list or the course search, it's going to take me back to this course main page. And I'm going to be able to see the courses that I'm either currently enrolled in by clicking on my course list, or I can go back to search for another course. Right now I'm going to click on my course list because I want to show you what it's going to show me. It's going to show me all of the courses that I'm currently enrolled in. Now, these courses here with the X's, those are courses that I am currently enrolled in, but I can withdraw from a course at this point because it's a course that hasn't had an official start date. I'm going to show you another way to withdraw from a course in just a moment. But should you flip over here to your course list and see a course here, let's say, for example, this applied linguistics course, I registered for it, but it was an accident. I didn't want to register for it, or I decided I wasn't able to take the course. I can actually come over here to this little X, and I can click the withdraw, and it will withdraw me from the course. This little pull down here will also do the same. So it's just the same function. I'm going to leave myself in the course for now, but just know that that's one way that you can withdraw. Also, if I come to the waitlist tab, I can see any course that I'm currently on the waitlist for. Right now, I don't have any waitlisted courses. So if I did, this is where they would appear. So if I want to go back to the courses tab, I can click back here to courses up in the black portion of the toolbar. And you can see now under my course schedule, this is the applied linguistics course that I just registered for. I told you I was going to show you another way to withdraw from the class. So if I'm on this course main page, this home page, and I look at my course schedule and I say, there's no way I can take this course right now, I need to withdraw. I'm going to just come over here to this little icon that looks like a door with an exit arrow, which is exactly what that picture is, and I click withdraw. It'll flip me over and ask if I want to withdraw. I click withdraw again, and then it will finalize my withdrawal. If I want to toggle back to that page I was on for the course dashboard, I go back to my learning opportunities. I take a look at my courses. Okay, the course is gone. And then I can just come back up here to my courses tab and come back to my dashboard. So another feature on this dashboard that you will commonly see people use is the courses by subject. So let's say I know I needed to take an ESOL endorsement course, and I know I need to take ESOL methods of teaching, but I haven't seen the memo and I don't know the course or section number. I would click down here where it says course by subject. I would click show all, and it's going to show me all the subjects. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do it by ESOL endorsement because I know that's the kind of class that I'm looking for. So when I click ESOL endorsement, now it's going to show me every single endorsement class that we currently have available. They're currently sorted by course titles A to Z. You can do ratings, you can sort them all different ways, but it will default to being sorted by alphabetical order. It also shows me 6 results up here, so that means there are 6 courses currently open for enrollment for ESOL endorsement. So I can see here, this was that course I just registered for and withdrew from. And you can see once again, she's back to having 2 seats in the course because I withdrew myself. Then we have this next course, ESOL Cross-Cultural Communications, plenty of seats there. The Curriculum and Materials course. And this course I'm actually currently registered for, so you can see over here, there's no registered button because it's telling me right here that I'm registered for the class. So right here is where you see that. Then I've got the ESOL Methods of Teaching course, plenty of seats available, and ESOL Methods of Teaching, plenty of seats available. So for these particular courses, excuse me, I have plenty of spots available to take these courses. Now you see I have 2 ESOL Methods of Teaching courses available to me this term. One of these courses is actually a face-to-face class, so I can see that here within the section title, because if I look at the section title, so anytime you see a double on a course, you can double check to see if one's face-to-face, whereas see this one is an online course. You just want to take a look at those sort of details. So let me go back real quick. So as I'm looking at those ESOL endorsement courses, let me go back. I removed myself from, all right. So we're going to go back and take a look at all of the courses that are available. So if I want some more details about the course, I know it starts on the 10th, but I need to see more details because I'm not sure if this course would be the right course for me. What I would do is click into the section hyperlink right here, and it's going to show me the details of the course. So it's going to give me a little more. I can click here where it says see all times, and it'll show me all the different course meetings. So if I take a look at that and I say, well, I've got things going on Saturday the 1st and the 8th, so I don't think this course is going to be for me, then I just simply wouldn't register. But if I take a look at the course details and it looks like this is something that I want to do, I can simply just click register right here, and I can register directly from this page. I can toggle back to my search results up here under view section. I click back on the hyperlink. It'll take me back to general search results. So I'm going to go back to my courses tab because I don't want to see all the courses available, just the ones that I'm looking for. So I can search by section, or excuse me, by subject, and I can enter up here a course or a section number that I have. Now, if you enter a course or section number and it doesn't come up, chances are the reason it's not coming up is because the course has already taken place or it's already in session. And a lot of times that is what will happen to people if they can't find it. It could be also an old course and section. They don't always, the section number always changes. A course number can sometimes remain the same, and then different sections can be built for those courses. But sometimes the instructor will need to change both the course and the section number. So you could be working off of an old one. So if you're not finding something by plugging that in, then it probably would be best to try to search by subject. We're going to do one more search by subject. I'm going to come down here to classroom management. Let's say I'm a teacher who just is interested in getting a little more training in that area. I'll click on classroom management. And let's see what comes up under that category. These are courses that are currently being offered that are connected to that category. Now, keep in mind that every course that's available isn't necessarily available to all employees. So, for example, if I look at this course, this is actually a department meeting for psychological services, and it will say in the course, this is a monthly training for district team members of this department. So that would not be a course that you would want to register for because it's not an actual active course. Also, when you see a school name in the title, you need to make sure also not to register for those. I've had folks who have registered for trainings that were school-based trainings, and it might have been on, let's say, one of our district PD days or one of our building PD days, professional development days, but they really weren't supposed to be there because that training was specifically built for the people at that school. So it's important to really take a look at those course titles and look at the descriptions and read before you register. This particular course, Creating a Trauma-Sensitive Classroom, is a course that we offer online through our Canvas platform. And right now, she's got 3 sections of that course open and available. You can see the different start times over here. This course, if you, let's say, for example, wanted to know whether or not you would receive students with disabilities credit for this training, because maybe that's what you're particularly looking for. If you hit this credit feature right here, it will tell you exactly the types of credits that you'll receive for taking this training. So if you take this Creating a Trauma-Sensitive Classroom course, you're going to receive 20 hours of SWD bankable credits. And I'll get into a little bit what bankable means if you're not familiar. And you can see this is how many people have viewed this course, have looked at it. And then once again, if you want to register for it, you're going to look at the dates, make sure there's seats remaining. If there weren't seats remaining, the register button wouldn't be there. I also want to point out another feature that many times people will overlook. So in this course, I said we had 3 sections here, but we actually have more. I think we have 4. So if I look over here to my right where it says View All Sections, if I click on that hyperlink, it's going to show me every section that was created for that course. This is a very common issue when we have very large-scale trainings for the district where we've built one course and many, many sections for all of our different school sites. Sometimes people will not expand this view right here, and because of that, they won't be able to see all the sections of the course that are available. So they'll call me and say, Lynette, I can't find my school. I only see this school, this school, this school. Well, the reason for that is because they just need to expand the view, and then they would be able to see all of the schools. So we come down here and there is a PDA, PBS, Understanding Student Behaviors course. It's a 60-hour course. PDA is Professional Development Alternatives, and these courses are taught by Fiddlers, and that's the Florida Diagnostic Resource Learning System. Fiddlers supports the entire state of Florida, and the PDA courses are all considered SWD, Students with Disabilities. And so this course, Understanding Student Behavior, is obviously coming up under classroom management because that is the content of the course. If I wanted more course information, I could click this hyperlink to find out a little more about the class. Right now, the class is full. So in an event where a class is full, but you really want to take it, you can click on this link here, and it says Join Waitlist. So we're going to click on that link. And then we're going to go next, and it's going to add us to the wait list. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to add myself to the wait list. But in that case, that's what you would do. And then if you get added to the course, ProGOE will automatically send you an email that says you've been moved from the wait list to the registration of the course. So the system will actually let you know if that happens prior to the course date. Some instructors will expand the waitlist join time past the start date of the course. So for example, let's say the course starts September 6th. You've joined the waitlist, but you don't have a spot in the course yet. If the instructor set the course to take enrollment till September 10th, you actually could be enrolled after the start date of the course. That's why it's important not to ignore those ProGOE emails, because they will notify you directly in the event that that does happen. So those are the major ways that we search for courses. You can also do an advanced search if you push this hyperlink. And let's say, for example, you don't know the course title, you don't know the number, or any of that, but you do know the start date of the course. So you could say equal to, and then you could say, okay, well, I know it starts September 6th. So let's see if I can find it that way. So I would click search. And then it provides me with all of the trainings that start on September 6th. And that's another really good way to be able to find things when you're searching for courses in the system. So you can do it by start date, end date. If you actually do have the section number or course number, remember what I said about knowing the difference between a course number and a section number, because it would definitely matter if you were trying to search for a course, but you accidentally plugged it into a section number. That would be, give you a false return. So you just want to make sure that you know which is which. So once again, a course number is 5 digits, a section number is 6. So let's go back to our courses. The other thing I want to point out over here is your schedule. So once you register for courses, this is where the courses will come up. Sometimes if you have a lot of courses you're currently registered for, there will be, besides up here, view all, sometimes you will see it appear here, but you can click view all and it will show you everything that you're registered for. Right now, I don't have an excessive amount, so it's going to show me everything here. I think 6 is the max, and then it starts having the little button there that says show more, and then you would have to click show more to be able to see the remainder of your schedule. If I wanted the course details on a course that I'm currently registered for, what I would do is click on the blue hyperlink for the course. In this particular course, this is a Canvas course, so it actually brings me directly into the class. But if I was clicking on a course, let's say, for example, this course, and I wanted the course details, I would click on the hyperlink, and then it would give me the details of the course, and I could click on this tab to get the section details. So the section details are always going to give you the specifics about the course, the date, the time, the location, etc. The course details are going to give you more of like those umbrella, larger details. It's going to tell me how many points I'm going to earn, what type of credit I'm going to earn. It's going to tell me the subject category, all of these types of things. Most folks don't really need to look at this piece. Most folks are really looking at the section details because they need to know when the course is being held, where it's being held, etc. You'll also usually find the instructors here. So in this particular course, the instructors were the 3 assistant principals for Croton, Discovery, and Sable because it was a multi-school training. So back to my courses tab. So this is where I'm going to find, and you can see even in the small details, it gives me the section number for the course as well. Anytime you're corresponding with anyone at the district regarding a course, is if you have a course and section number or one or the other, you really need to include that in the correspondence, especially if it's an issue where you're having trouble getting into a course or it's showing on your enrollment, but for some reason you can't get in. It's important to be able to give those details so they can look into the course and know what's going on. So let me go back to a course that we took that's Canvas. So in this particular course, you can see it says BP Canvas Course Practice, and it says online via Canvas. So when I created this course, I put those details in there. so that those taking the course would know. This course happens to currently be open. So when I click on the hyperlink, it'll take me directly into the class and I can start working on the course. When I have an online Canvas class that has not yet begun, because this course here I'm registered for, but it doesn't begin until September 6th, when I click on the hyperlink to the course, it should just take me to the course details, because until the course begins, I just want to be able to see the section details so that I know when the course starts, when it ends. I can look at class times. Once again, anytime you see 12 to 12:05, a start date and an end date, that's usually because it's an online Canvas course. So we're only going to put the starting of the course and the last day of the course. But Canvas courses are open to you 24/7. Those are, for the ESOL endorsement classes, they're asynchronous, as well as our reading courses and our gifted courses. So there are no specific times you have to be on, except for if the instructor of the course is going to do a Zoom session with you to get you launched in the course. And many of our instructors will do that, particularly with our reading courses, because there is so much that you need to know in the course, and we want to give you an opportunity to really have that FaceTime with the instructor. But otherwise, in our ESOL courses, we don't do any sort of live sessions of any kind. We do, however, correspond through email through Canvas, and we also provide feedback through Canvas in response to the assignments that you're submitting in a course. And I'll try to talk about that a little bit more as we move through the video. The next piece to using the system is in the evaluation. So I'm going to click on the evaluation tab. Now you can see when I pull up current evaluations, it's still showing 21-22. And that's because our plans have not yet rolled over for the 22-23 school year. So once those do roll over, then you'll be able to go in and start using the different pieces of the evaluation system. I'm not going to get into great detail with the evaluation because there are supporting documents and things that you will use. You will also get instruction from your mentor teacher if you're brand new to the district as to what to do with your evaluations. But let's say, for example, this was my current evaluation. I can click where it says instructional evaluation. And then the very first tab I'm going to come to is the orientation tab. Now, at the beginning of the school year, before the plans roll, what we normally do is put the orientation materials on our secure website. We provide that website address to our principals, and they push that out to our teachers. And you're able to go through and see all of your orientation materials, read them, watch videos, whatever is part of that orientation. And then once the plans open up for the current school year, you would come in here to your orientation and you will see all the different components, and you're going to click onto the orientation you watched. You're going to go into edit and you're going to be able to say, yes, you completed it. And you're going to say save and exit. And it's going to give you all of those little green check marks. So that's one of the very first things that we do every year once the evaluation plans open, is we go through and we check that we have watched or read everything that is part of our required orientation process. We also do a final acknowledgement to show that, yes, we have done all those things. Once again, you will receive more information about that. This is where we go for our evaluations. This is where we go for our collaboration and mutual accountability. This is where we go to look at our summative. We can add evidence and artifacts, etc. So this is where we would go for our evaluation, is to this tab right here, evaluation. You can also see your old evaluations. Those get archived each year, so those will always be there for you as well. And I recommend that you save your evaluations when you sign off on the actual paper copies. Please save your evaluations. It's really important. You never know when you might need them to apply for a special program or a master's program, or even if you do switch counties. We hope you don't. But in the event that you ever did, you may want to bring those with you. Otherwise, you're going to have to make a public records request, so you don't want to do that. So make sure to save those after you sign off on your evaluation at the end of the year. Now we're going to go to our transcript. On this system, it's called a transcript, but you'll also hear it referred to as an in-service record. And this is where you will see all of your records for what you have taken in professional development during your time in BPS. So once you go to the transcript page, the first thing you're going to see is your name, your employee ID, and then your certifications. So you can see mine is expiring this year, so I'm going to be doing a renewal on my professional certificate. You're going to see a little bit different stuff on my transcript than you might on yours just because of my permissions. But there also is a section here on your transcript where you can actually make requests. So I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So when you want to request credit for a training that happens outside of BPS, so let's say you went to a conference over the summer, or the state of Florida was hosting some sort of a training for your content area, and you want to request to have those points added to your in-service record, you would go to your requests and create a credit request. When you click that button, it's going to ask you a series of different questions. You'll answer all of these: how many hours, when the start and end date, where was it located. You won't have to do a course number, but you would put the course event title, and that would be whatever is on the agenda or on the conference brochure. Then you're going to choose a component. So what component in our catalog matches up to the type of training that you took. And then you're going to describe the training, put your name, and then you would attach your evidence, and you would submit it to our office for credit approval. This is also one of those functions where it will email you back to let you know once the approval has taken place. The rule for requesting professional development is you do have to request it within the year that you take it. So when you go to a summer training, when you get back, sometime within that first semester, you need to submit your credit request to our office. If you go beyond that 1 year, we will not accept the credits. So you do need to do that as soon as you are able. So I'm going to go back to the transcript, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to pause here really quickly so I can go past some personal information for others, and I will meet you at the bottom of the transcript. The next section you will see after you get past the portion where you can request credits is you will see a credit bank. We often get calls or emails from teachers asking, how do I know how many credits I have for the current validity period of my certificate? This section right here for the credit bank is how you know what credits you've earned during your certificate validity period. So over here on the right, you can see my last reset was June 30th of 2018. That's the last time I renewed my teaching certificate. And now you can see my totals for regular in-service credit, my ESOL bank, my SWD bank, which is students with disabilities, and SWD credit, we are required by statute to have 20 hours each renewal cycle for SWD. And then I have reading and reading SWD. Now this is a new bank, and we're actually going to be probably changing the name of that bank. So it may in the future say House Bill 7069. This is a new requirement for renewal for teachers starting in the year 2025 and beyond, for just specific areas of certification. So not every teacher is going to need these 40 hours, but some of our teachers, those who are, for example, elementary, reading endorsed, are English 612, that's just examples, that's not all of them, but some teachers are going to need 40 hours of reading SWD. Now, that doesn't mean they're also going to need the SWD, because the reading SWD covers both categories. So they're just going to need 40 hours in this particular category. And there are very specific courses a teacher must take. And if you want more information about this, or you've heard teachers talking about it, but you're just not sure what it is, feel free to reach out to me. But you can also go to our BPS webpage for endorsement. I'm going to show you really quickly where that is. So if you go to departments and programs, then professional development in-service information, you're going to go to endorsement programs, and this is where you're going to find a lot of our endorsement programs, in-service information, etc. So, and that's where the 40-hour requirements are going to be posted, right here in this section here. Okay? Or on our professional learning and development page, we're also going to be posting it here as well, so you'll be able to get that information. However, there is a memo that's coming out in the leadership team packet here at the beginning of August of 2023. If you're watching this video after that date, then you should be able to find it here on these pages. But prior to the 29th, it will not be here, but it will be going out to principals. So back to our credit bank. So this is where we can determine how many credits we have. So if you're brand new to BPS or public education and you don't know how many credits you need, that information is in your orientation. So there's a section of your orientation that you go to that will be all about professional development. But you need 120 hours of your general and core in-service, which will fall into this category here. And then you will need the 20 hours of SWD, or you may be in one of those certification areas that needs the 40 hours of reading SWD. It'll be a total of 120 credits. So it'd be 100 regular in-service. I think I may have said 120, so my apologies. It'll be 100 of your general regular in-service, and then 20 of your SWD category. Or it could actually be 80 of your general in-service and 40 of your reading SWD, but it has to total 120 hours. Then you come down to your transcript, and your transcript is where you will find all of the information about every single course that you've ever taken while in BPS. It's really important after you take a course to check your transcript. There have been times when things have happened where somebody didn't have their credits recorded. Maybe the instructor never received their follow-up, so they didn't receive credit. Maybe something happened when they signed in. Whatever the case may be, it's always in the teacher's best interest to take a look back at the in-service record to make sure the credit has been recorded. For some courses, it may take a little longer because the implementation for that particular course in order to earn credit might extend out long past the date of the course. So for example, if you took classroom management and you took the CHAMPS course, usually the instructor for that course will accept the work for a full entire month, because it takes time for the teachers to go back to their classroom, implement, and do the work that's required for the course. And so it's not always immediate. You do, however, just want to make sure that in services that you have attended, that you do see credit. And if you don't see credit, then you need to go back to the instructor of the course to find out maybe what happened. The last very important tab here is your resources tab. And your tab might look slightly different than mine, but you should have the teacher evaluation resources should be up here up top. And you should also see professional development resources here. So let me talk first about your teacher evaluation resources. Each year we will post the timelines for the evaluation, as well as the handbook that gives you all the procedurals, the rules and regs for our evaluation system. We've also got tutorial guides. Right now the CMA guide has been removed because the CMA scores have changed for this year, and the way that we do CMA scores has changed, so that video has been removed. but there is an orientation guide for you here, and this, I believe, should be a video link. In addition, there are some other things here about summative calculators and scoring ranges. I've often gotten that question before, so this is a really good place to visit if you have questions about your evaluation or when certain things are due in your evaluation, etc. You can see here for questions, Dr. Carol Green, she is our director for labor relations, so you can direct questions to her as well as Shannon Alvarez. When it comes to any questions about the ProGOE evaluation system, I handle all of the questions about ProGOE if it has to do with ProGOE courses, course design, all of those types of things. Then we also have the professional development resources. A couple of things I just want to point out here. We do have an ASD professional library, and this library has a collection of professional development resources for teachers. If you click on the web link for the ASCD library, it's going to bring you over to our ebooks. And let's say I'm looking for a book on classroom management. I look at some of these books and I say, oh, this one looks great. I'd really like to read this book. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to type in lowercase ASCD, and I'm going to click sign in. And then it's going to bring me directly into the book. I have full use of the book. I can print excerpts from the book, whatever I need to do to be able to read that book, but everything is there for me. There's all kinds of different annotations. You can print, you can send, download, etc. So this is a great resource for teachers here in the district. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware that we do have that ASCD professional library available. This will also link you back directly to our professional learning and development website. And so you may find that useful as well. So just want to point out some of those resources that are available in the resource tab. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Email is usually best. It's usually the quickest because sometimes I am out of the building serving schools, but feel free also to email me once again or reach out to me via phone. My extension is also here on that resources tab, so you can find me that way as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we're so happy that you're here with us in BPS. Welcome to Brevard Public Schools, and we hope you have a long and happy career with our school system. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.